Oh, boy, this is not the night for anybody to act up. I don't have my dare. No, I'm fine. I will call the village board meeting to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Gust.
Here.
Trustee Jensen.
Here.
Trustee Miller. Here. Trustee Sivig.
Here.
Trustee Wells is absent. Trustee Wynn.
Here.
Attorney Frollo. Mayor Hucker.
Here.
And Clerk McDonald is present.
All right, if you would rise and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first up is our public comment, first of two public comment periods. This one is the period for addressing any of our current agenda items. The second one will be for towards the end of the agenda for any and all topics. So if anyone wishes to address the board tonight about the agenda, I see nobody. We'll move on to the consent agenda. We've got a short one tonight, which is includes the approval of village board regular meeting minutes of April 23rd. Bills presented for payment in the amount of $238,612.21. Is there anything that the board would like to consider separately? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve? We have a motion by Trustee Gust. Second. Second by Trustee Jensen. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Gust.
Aye.
Trustee Jensen.
Aye.
Trustee Miller. Aye. Trustee Sivig.
Aye.
Trustee Wynn.
Aye. Motion carries. I have nothing tonight for the mayor's report, so we'll move on to reports from trustees. First up, we've got Finance Committee, Trustee Jensen.
I'm sorry to report that our May meeting has been canceled because I won't be able to be there. And it feels so empty without me. I was listening to Eminem tonight. Our next meeting will be June 16th. That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, we do have an agenda item for credit card policy
I
discussion.
beg your pardon. I'm just doing the monthly report. Yeah, I will be happy to do the agenda.
Jump in.
Thank you. I'm just so anxious to hear the other trustees' reports. I skip right over. I have one agenda item, and this one is I just bought a fishing license, and I had to pay a convenience fee to the state of Illinois because I put it on my credit card. And I paid my automobile license, $151. Thank you, Mr. Pritzker. And that one I had to pay a convenience fee as well because I used a credit card. We have here, the village has not been charging that for payments that the village has received, and the village has been eating those. And we've discussed this in committee and decided it's really not appropriate to continue to do that. It's an unbudgeted item that depletes some of our funds in the water fund especially. So that said, I have a recommendation of an action to pass credit card fees on to the payer. When paying by credit card, a $1 minimum cost will be added for bills up to approximately, I don't know where the approximately came from, I didn't drive this, $45, and the amount followed by the amount allowed, by the state of Illinois, estimated to be 2.35% for all other amounts. And that concludes the recommendation. I don't know if we need to vote on this, or do we, Mr. Chairman?
We're gonna there's a motion. The action item's a motion to direct staff.
Is that a motion?
To revise the credit.
I'll make that a motion.
Yes, sir.
So we have a motion to direct staff to revise the credit card policy to have the payer pay the credit card fees. That was made by Trustee Jensen. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Gust. Discussion.
I have a question. When would that take effect?
That's a good question.
Almost immediately. It's an email to ePay, which is mainly in Springfield with the Chicago office through the state of Illinois. And as long as the website is updated, which ePay will take care of their side of things. And we have to put up signage in the front because this will apply to all credit card payments. So even if residents or payers come in person and pay by a credit card, the fee still applies. And it should be noted that there's a minimal fee that we absorb when it comes to, check payments, and cash is always free. And money orders, I should say.
Bitcoin?
We do not do Bitcoin, but I will look into it, and
So the residents don't get like a 2-week notice or anything like that? We just post it on the website and hope they see it, or?
it's something to consider. Yes, we can wait until the next or after this utility billing cycle, if that's what you would prefer.
Yeah, is it possible to put on their next bill the notice that this will be in effect?
Yes, it is possible to do, as well as whenever the next newsletter comes, depending on the timing, then to add events or changes like this as well.
Well, and I have a question. Are these paid online, for instance? Is that when the credit card fee will be typically applied? Is there, in other words, is there a portal where you could
It'll be on the ePay portal.
Exactly.
so you can make it clear that charge would be assessed
Yes,
on the portal? Okay.
affirmative.
And
It
then
also explains their alternatives. You could write a check. They could, does this apply to debit cards as well?
Not certain at this moment, but no.
Okay.
And I would like to mention that I pay my water bill as a direct debit from my checking account, and that costs nothing, and that will still cost nothing, right?
To the payor, there are no fees involved.
Correct. So, and it's clean and easy. It just automatically comes out. I don't worry about late fees or forgetting to pay or a nickel to mail it or anything.
What kind of stamps you got?
Some of the justifications the staff did put together, some of the annual amounts of roughly $16,000 in these credit card processing fees. It's really noticeable when some of our larger water users choose to use a credit card so they can get the thousands of miles or points or Target gift cards or whatever they get for using their credit card to pay the thousands of dollars of water bills that they get. It is in the true spirit of really how the village was organized, which was the user pays the fee, not the larger tax base. So if someone chooses to use a check, then they have a lesser fee. If someone chooses to use the credit card, it'd be a greater fee. In addition, as far as the notice goes, I think most of the time we find out when we're at the cash register or when we're writing the check or paying the check at the restaurant or whatever. But I think whatever notice we can give for sure. The biggest hit we take is on the water bills or large permit fees. And that's the same situation there. So I think sooner the better, but if staff can find a way to get the word out, I think that's a good point.
Thank you.
So, any other discussion?
Let's vote.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. The motion carries. Staff, you are directed hereby.
And that now concludes my report.
Very good. Thank you. Parks and Recreation, Trustee Gust.
No report tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. Planning and Building Zoning, Trustee Wells is not able to attend tonight. We have an ordinance approving the petition of Richard Ayala for conditional use permit for small engine repairs as a major home occupation at 12721 West 28th Place. This was heard from at the Plan Commission for this use. The only thing I didn't see in the summary was what the vote was. Was it a unanimous approval or?
Yes, it was unanimous approval.
Nimrod is here if we've got any questions. It's pretty straightforward. You can see by the packet, the images of the property. It's a pretty secluded area where he'd be doing the work, and as long as the planning commission's comfortable with
I
it.
have some, if I may.
Sure.
A couple. One is to follow up on the mayor's question. Did you solicit input? I assume you solicited input from neighbors. Were there any objections or comments from the neighbors?
We received a couple residents either calling or coming in, so there was only 2 individuals who came to the public hearing itself. Everyone was pretty much okay with the use itself. The more of the concern was if there was going to be any traffic. The gentleman who's put in the petition is actually a corrections officer and a former deputy in Kenosha County as well. So he's of the type to want to be more discreet in the first place because he doesn't want to invite individuals to the house on a regular basis. So the concerns about traffic were kind of mitigated during that discussion. There was discussions about what type of engine size would be permissible. And obviously it does say there's exclusions where you can't be doing motorcycles or snowmobiles or things of that sort. So it is in fact just going to be grass cutting equipment, blowers, things of that sort. But all of the questions that were brought forth, basically, there seemed like there was a comfortable resolution during the discussions at the public hearing itself.
And the other engines you mentioned, that was one other question I had, is that's one of noise. Obviously, if someone's tuning up one of these got off on noisy motorcycles next door, I'm not going to be happy about it. And is that, I didn't see that restriction is spelled out in the conditional use permit.
The definition of the use itself does not allow for those types of size of
Does it
vehicle.
specify CCs, or how do you regulate that?
It doesn't. It would be a bit of discretion, I guess, on my end. The applicant did mention that, I can't remember, I don't have it in front of me, so I apologize. The 2-cylinder engine would be the largest piece of equipment that they would
There's nothing
utilize.
worse than a one-cylinder motorcycle.
No, I know. But, I don't recall. Again, I can look further into this if you want to delay the vote. That's perfectly understandable.
I don't doubt that that's the intent. I'm just wondering what the limits were. And the last question is disposal of waste fluids, oil, and fuel. Is there a provision for that?
They will have it, yes. So that's something that we will inspect that annually as well.
Assumed.
I'm sorry?
Is that stipulated or just assumed?
It's going to be part of the general business regulations. Anytime we have a business of this sort, it'll be required of them from a fire perspective.
Okay, yeah, I think, I don't believe that well, I mean, we have city water there. It's all wells, right?
Right.
So if you're done with fuel and oil on the ground, it's going to end up in the neighbor's wells.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. We haven't got a motion yet, so I guess I would ask for a motion.
So moved.
Second?
I will second it.
Cat got your tongue? Sorry.
Regina's taking a night off. I'm filling in for
I
it.
made her smile. That's all I care about. Any other discussion on this topic? All right. Ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Miller? Aye. Trustee City?
Aye.
Trustee Nguyen?
Aye.
Trustee Ghost?
Aye.
Trustee Jensen?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. Moving on, Public Relations and IG Committee, Trustee Witten.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to turn my time over to Diane Hewitt so she can make an announcement.
That's Diane. Good evening, everyone. My name's Diane Hewitt, Lake County Board District 8, and I'm here tonight just to give everybody a little bit of information. The airport is having their monthly meeting this coming Wednesday on May 20th, 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And if anyone has any questions regarding the expansion of the airport or the safety program that it's now called, you can contact me at my home, 847-244-2742. Give me a call and I'll be glad to pass on your thoughts. What they're trying to do is get everyone's feedback so they can answer all the questions at that meeting. If you would like to come to that meeting, you're more than welcome. I cannot guarantee whether you would have the opportunity to speak, but if you have some questions, I can definitely pass those on. The deadline for those questions is this Friday, so we don't have much time to do anything. So please give me a call, 847-244-2742. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you very much.
I will.
And that concludes my report. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Public safety, trustee Siddick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not have a report this evening. Chief, do you have anything you'd like to share? Okay, Sheriff's Department is not with us, so that concludes my report.
Just that simple. Okay. Move on to Public Works Committee, trustee Miller.
Yeah, thank you. I just wondered if our administrator could give us a little update on the traffic study situation on Beach Road.
Actually, when we started the traffic study Sunday at midnight. So 7 days, they'll be, looking at all the traffic for Beach Road, and then subsequently we'll put in the report, they'll put in the report, provide it to us, but regardless, we have received the speed bumps. Speed bumps will be going in on Beach Road immediately when they're done with the study, 7 days. So next week, I would assume Monday, weather dependent, workload dependent,
And
Unless it snows. Sorry.
will the traffic study info come back to us at this level? Yeah. Okay. Okay, that was it.
All righty. The TIF committee did not meet, so I have nothing to report there. We do have one item under staff reports. Something about the elevator. Pretty simple, Mayor. Be happy to talk about it. There's a lot of maintenance and testing that needs to be done with the elevator. We put out a proposal, request for proposal, from a couple firms. One was Schindler. They're the ones that actually constructed the elevator. The other was Lakeland Larson out of Waukegan. And Lakeland Larson will provide all the required inspections, testing, reports, in addition to newly required 24/7 monitoring, and you have to actually have a video camera, which is in there, but they do have the capability to do that type of monitoring. Prices, very reasonable compared to Schindler, as you see in the proposal. So it's just it's really kind of small annual amount, but it'll be an ongoing contract, and there is state fire marshal involvement with all of the inspections and things of that nature. So we recommend that you approve that resolution accepting Lakeland Larson's proposal so we can get the elevator maintenance and monitoring. Okay, so we're looking for a motion to approve the resolution accepting the proposal from Lakeland Larson Elevator Corporation for maintenance and monitoring the Village Hall elevator for approximately $2,100 annually. Do we have such a motion?
I'll make that motion.
We'll second
Then
that.
we have a second. Discussion. Are we going to have a sign that says "Smile, you're on candid camera," or "Behave, you're on camera"?
Behave would be a good.
Yeah. Okay. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Siddick.
Aye.
Trustee Nguyen.
Aye.
Trustee Ghost.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Miller. Aye.
Motion carries. All right. I have no old business on the agenda. Is there any new business for the good of the group?
One point I'd like to bring up, I don't know if the rest of you have been paying attention to the news lately regarding electric rates. They're supposed to skyrocket this summer. Two reasons. One, there's a discount that was put in place to mollify some of the Pritzker-Madigan rates when they jacked them up, and that expires. And on top of that, the PJM, which is a regional cross-country supplier, is increasing the rates significantly because of all these data centers. And it's making me crazy because here we as residents and communities are supporting private business indirectly when they should be paying their own way. So I intend to, for what it's worth, holler at our Congress members, because it's not a state thing, it's a Northeast regional thing. So it belongs on the doorsteps of our congressmen and senators.
I saw in Louisiana, there's a mega data center that's going in there, larger than average, I guess. They're requesting the power company at their expense install 10 basically natural gas peaker plants to provide them the fuel, if you will, to run their data centers. And then you start thinking about what happens down south when they get an ice storm or whatever else that goes on. It doesn't sound good.
We have a real nice coal plant at the east end of Greenwood.
Yeah.
That would satisfy some of that need.
Yeah.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. All right. Now it's time for citizens addressing the board about any and all topics. All we ask is that you come to the podium, state your name, and state your case. Don't all come at once. Oh, they are all coming at once.
If it was a race, I'd probably win.
You can pick up after you.
Yes. Hello, board.
First up, we're excited about the speed bumps on Beach Road. Talked to all the residents and they're pretty excited about it. The only question I don't think got addressed yet is, do we have a map with the finalized locations of where they're going?
It'd be a question for staff. Yes, we do. I just don't have that information with me. I know there's standards that they have to be spaced certain distance apart, and we do have that information.
If there is any, I'd love to see it because there were some concerns from residents about where they're going. And as long as it met minimum requirements, I would love to try and give you that input back just to see if that was possible.
Yep.
So, okay. Good. Other than that, I just want to remind everybody that, we are definitely happy for the speed bumps, but the speed bumps are only addressing a portion of the problem out there, and I don't want to lose sight of what's really going on. We are still fighting a whole lot of other issues, a whole lot of safety issues, a whole lot of parking issues, a whole lot of things. And the only real solution for that neighborhood over there, the only way to really let Beach Road live like the rest of Beach Park is to remove the access for the park and put them back in their primary access off Green Bay Road. So I don't want to lose focus of that. I want to make sure that we're still continuing to drive towards that solution as we move forward. So one of the issues that I have is that we continue to have to pick up garbage all the time, dirty diapers, fast food wrappers, and drug paraphernalia is another one that I have a really hard time with. And so this week I brought you what I picked up out of my yard. So I just wanted to share what I had to explain to my children as I picked up out of my private property. So you guys can do with this as you wish.
I really don't want it.
I don't really want it either, but it was dropped off at my house. So alcohol, pills, pipes, racks, everything. It's disgusting. And I shouldn't have to explain to my kids what's going on. So I don't know what needs to happen in terms of, mitigation for this. I don't know if this is a police issue where we have to talk about density and coverage and these types of things, but whatever the solution is, that can't continue. We cannot continue to raise our kids in a place where people will dump that off. I mean, and there's no needles or anything in there. There's nothing in there that's going to stick you or anything, but how do we know that? How do I know that? How does my 5-year-old know that? Because those are the conversations that I have to have. So, like I said, I am sorry to bring trash here, but I really wanted to convey the type of issues that we have, the type of things that we have to live every day. So, again, I appreciate the speed bumps. I think it's a step in the correct direction, but let's not lose sight of the problem. Let's not lose sight of the total solution out there, which is to get the traffic off the road altogether. So, as always, I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Chief, nothing? Well, I've exhausted pretty much the entire crowd, so I guess we don't have any cause for an executive.
In which case,
session.
I'd like to offer a motion to adjourn.
There would be a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second? We have a second over here. All in favor?
Right.
Opposed? We are adjourned.